Welcome back to Doki Summertime. So, in the game, it's Friday. So, let's see what happens. Everyone's looking forward to the weekend. I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm not looking forward to anything, but up until a week ago, most of the days seemed like a blur, and often I wasn't even sure what day of the week it is. Yeah, I'm kinda like that too. I can never keep track of my days. I don't know how much longer this will last, but I'm glad Sayori introduced me to her friends. I'm not invested enough in literature to join their club. With all the new things that happened, who knows what else this summer will bring? There's definitely a kind of connection between me and Sayori. Could this be some sort of revival of our relationship, or of our friendship, or something more? Yuri and I had a great time together. Despite the weather trying to get in the way, she is helpful, invested, and even said that we should continue our adventure. Now I'm no rocket scientist, but these both sound pretty promising. However, it will only go forward if I'd actually reach out and take the opportunity with my own hands. After all, doing nothing didn't get me too far, I feel. With that, I embark on my journey to the ice cream shop Yuri told me about yesterday. As I arrive, I recognize two of the girls chatting at the table. I'm telling you, they're literally retelling the same story over and over again, with each of them giving their own take of how things they would happen. Right, correct? You wish. Most of them are literally trying to force a sappy ending onto a story that's meant to be unpredictable and sad. Hey, mind if I join? Welcome back, Josh. I'm glad you can make it. Yeah, hi, so, where was I? Have you seen Sayori and Monica? Monica is bound to appear at any moment, since she's the least likely of all of us to disappear without a good reason. Josh, look around you. You think Sayori would miss out on this? A brand new ice cream shop and hanging out with her best friends. Guess you don't know her well enough. Well, actually, I've met her before, and it seemed like multiple times this mod has been acting like I haven't. You should have seen her at the school festival. Okay, so what I've been seeing from this mod, this seems to be kind of like a prequel to the original game, since I met them in this mod, even though I already met them in the original game. I like the concept of it, honestly. I'm actually really liking this mod. Let's continue. Now that she mentions it, I didn't see her at the festival all day. I doubt she was avoiding me. We probably just visited at the stands at different times. What do you mean? We barely finished our performance. First thing on her mind was, can we go to the cafe now? I remember there being some sort of cafe in one of the classrooms. They served several drinks and snacks. Their chocolate cake was delicious, and I even bought an extra one to take home. As I'm recalling all the stands in my mind, Natsuki kept going on about their experience at the festival. And I got a plushy tiger hat. Why, that's cool, Natsuki. That sounds really cute, Natsuki. Oh yeah, I remember when, we were at the bakery with her in one of the parts, and we imagined her going, rawr, 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 with that cute costume that we imagined. At this moment, I knew I messed up. I'm not cute! Speaking of cute, Sayori arrives with her neon green bird plushie tucked under her left arm. If she was wearing her PJs, I'd swear she just fell out of bed. Her wide smile is radiating with joy, and she waves at us immediately after noticing us. She puts down Mr. Bird next to her as she takes her seat. Hi, everyone! Hi, Sayori. How are you? How are you doing, Sayori? Seriously? You bought a plushie? Oh, that's similar to one of the lines from the original Doki Literature Club where she's like, seriously? You bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Way to boost the atmosphere! Okay, so she said it the opposite this time. Whoa, what do you mean? Plushy, ice cream, you know? Can we add anything to make it more kid-friendly? Cupcakes with kitten faces! And that's exactly what Natsuki made at the beginning of Doki Doki Literature Club. Hey! Anyway, why are you late, Sayori? Do I need to have a talk with you about oversleeping again? Natsuki imitates cracking her knuckles, but in a playful manner. Well, I was all set to leave home, then I accidentally... She mutters something under her nose, with a sneaky smile carving on her face. You accidentally what? The whole thing. Sayori, could you clarify what it is that you accidentally did? Well, I was just holding it in my hand, and then Okay, I don't know if this is a male or female speaking this, so I'm just gonna speak it in my regular voice. Hello, and welcome to Stone Cold Steve's. What can I get you? Ice cream! Well, Sayori, you better hope we're not at McDonald's because that ice cream machine is always broke. It's literally on the McDonald's script. Every time you ask for a milkshake or whatever, they're always like, sorry, the ice cream machine's broke. Honestly, I think it's working fine. It's probably just what the employees, have to say, on their script, on the McDonald's script. You better hope it's not that. We look behind us and see the one greeting us, an all too familiar person. Monica! Ha! You thought it was a waitress, but it's me, Monica! Monica gets a chuckle out of Natsuki and Sayori, but the joke seems to have flown over Yuri's head. Hello, Monica, if you're the waitress... Not getting a joke is one thing, but taking it seriously is on a whole new level. I have one request. Please, can you make Natsuki read a real book for once? Yuri, no offense, but I don't think that's how waitresses work. But let's see. Shut up! Ugh, even your jokes sound like a quote from some new novel. You don't like to read books, Natsuki? Of course I do. Well, a few, I just don't read them super seriously. Unlike some people here. Yuri only wants one thing, and it's flippin' disgusting. I concur, Natsuki. As I just demonstrated, I am the fond of the occasional... How you say? Banter? Whatever you say, Princess of Darkness. I actually like that. Huh? Nothing. Didn't you want to continue the topic from a minute ago? Oh, yeah. What was the topic? We were dissecting the various aspects of stories written by hobbyists we read on the internet. Yep. I'm not crazy about good grammar, but are some people really this bad at it? Some people can't help it, Natsuki. Well, speaking of grammar, I saw that this mod had a couple grammar mistakes in it. Let me just give you one example. At one point, it said anyways. Okay, viewers, I just want to teach you a little English lesson right now. Anyways is not a word. Anyways, it's actually anyway. It's anyway, not anyways. The plural form is not a word. So, basically, you would say... Anyway, blah, 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 not anyways, blah, 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 blah. Just a little English lesson for you all. I learned that in 8th grade. Like you've never heard of proofreading? Monica looks away and lightly shrugs her shoulders. I wouldn't want to start an argument about grammar either. Well, actually, If I'm being honest with you all, I'm guide of the grammar police. So if you get something wrong, typically I might call it out, just so you know. Regrettably, I have to agree. Publishing a work of such low quality tells more about the writer herself, or himself, than the characters in the story. So yeah, I could look past that. Then there's stuff in there that just doesn't make sense. A character says some sad stuff and she's grinning like a carved pumpkin lantern. Or when someone literally says, sigh, how hard it is to write. I sigh, she sighs, etc. That is quite the immature mistake. If I may add, I read horror literations of that one specific story they made inordinate variations of, and apologies in advance, but there's a fine line between horror and a priority. Throwing in some cheap jump scares just for the sake of it is even worse than not having them at all. Yuri, when I play horror games, I completely agree with that. I mean, cheap jump scares may, startle you for a little bit, like, boo, 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 boo. But they're not truly gonna scare them. Yeah, I don't like things that just have cheap jump scares, and that's one of the things I like about Doki Doki Literature Club. How it focuses more on, atmosphere, rather than constantly shoving scary jump scares in your face, if you know what I mean. Like, not constantly going, blah, 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 blah. Alright, I'll stop. It's like trying to build atmosphere by haphazardly painting a room red halfway and filling it with an extremely strong musty spell. Exactly, Yuri. Exactly. Cheap jump scare warning. Okay, alright. I know I promised I'll stop last time, but I'm serious. I'll stop this time. Okay, alright. I'm just being silly now. Stop being silly, stop being silly, lag literature. We need to get through this. The only way that is scary is if you prepaid for renovating that room. Yuri lets out a very stressed sigh. I'm sorry, I'm finished. I don't get what you two are talking about. Well, Sayori, we're talking about the meaningless of cheap jump scares, which are completely meaningless. Which is what Yuri said. Yuri said some pretty good quotes if you would have listened. Yeah. The three girls laugh at Yuri's remark. If jokes were airplanes, this place would be an airport. Alright, welcome to the joke airport. We are taking off to Japan in 3, 2, 1. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Take off. Okay, alright. Okay, I'm being silly, guys. I'm just being silly. Okay, what is wrong with me? Come on, girls. It's not like any of us had a great idea of success when we tried crafting our first stories. Just remember when we started sharing poems. I loved reading everyone's poems. And when I was in Doki Doki Literature Club, so did I, Sayori. So did I. I wished mine was as good. Actually, Sayori, yours were great, actually, honestly. Yeah, they were actually pretty great. Sayori, you're doing it again. Monica shoots Sayori a knowing smile. It took her a couple seconds to recuperate, like waiting for a ball that's being passed to her. Even your first one was decent at the least. You talk about your poems in the club? Yes, we did. I even offered writing tips each meeting. And yeah, and one of the tips we learned is to save our game at, consistently save our game. That way we can have it back for, like, if we're ever to exit or something like that. I think that's one of the writing tips she gave in the original game. Oh, I actually wrote something myself. Huh? Whoa! Josh's own poem? Would you mind sharing it with us? Sure. Here's my little poem. Alright, here's my little poem. Okay, I can't think of anything, but... yeah, I need to think of something before we come to the poem. Okay, here we go. The McDonald's ice cream machine is always broke. Okay, I can't think of any rhymes. I'm sorry. Alright, let's continue. That is, if it's not too much to ask for... Yes, please. I want to have a good laugh. Well, that's a little insulting, Natsuki. Like, girl, that's very kind of insulting. Natsuki! We won't laugh at it, I promise. Can you show it to us? Oh, yeah, of course. McDonald's ice cream machine is always broke. Okay, I got it this time. McDonald's ice cream machine is always broke. And meanwhile, hopefully, at another point, we will be getting soaked in the pool. So, okay, wait, that was horrible, okay. Okay, I was, like, referring to, like, in, like, I think it was part 2 when we went swimming with the literature girls. I'm hoping we do that again in this mod. I'm warning you now, it's pretty short. A short and simple one can be just as good. Well, that's right, Natsuki. That's very true. I agree. It's your technique that matters, not the length. I'm just glad you're trying, Josh. Can encouragement feel insulting? And why do I feel like we're not talking about my poem anymore? I put my hand into my jeans and pull it out. Here it is. I first take it to Monica, then Sayori, then Yuri. What's so funny? Josh, is this a poem you wrote? I don't know how to break it to you. Josh, poems aren't just words we like. Is that what he wrote? Guys, you promised you wouldn't laugh. You promised you wouldn't laugh. I'll put my phone back into my pocket. They were probably just saying that they don't mind if it's a short, just to get me to show it. That's enough, Natsuki. Let's not demonetize Josh so quickly. It's almost like Yuri knows I'm recording. Yuri literally knows. So she's like, Natsuki, don't get him demonetized. Don't get Lag Literature demonetized. Lag Literature does videos of Doki Doki Literature Club, you know, like the game I'm in. The game all, like, the literature girls are in. So, yeah, of course we can't get him demonetized. Yeah, Yuri. I don't want to get demonetized either. He could be a misunderstood creative genius. What's that, Yuri? Did he pick your favorite words? That's exactly what we did in the original game. We, like, picked words that, like, impressed each girl. And then Monica would always be late. Yeah, Monica would always be late. Like, no offense, Monica, but seriously, you would always be late. While Sayori, Yuri, and Natsuki would be enjoying the words that I'd pick. Just saying. Anyway, why don't we go and buy ice cream now? Ice cream! Sayori, please don't scream next to my ear. Yeah, let's just hope her ear isn't ringing right now. Cheap jump scare. We'll continue this in another part.